Hello, my friend. It's your boy King Tulendra. So again, I am playing Genshin, and I will be uh, watching it in the background. I suppose you can say. So let me adjust the audio settings a little bit. So today I will be talking about my adventure, where I went to. I will let us talk about adventure a little by little. So let us first see how much content resins we have. So we have cap resin. So let us first go to the chasm and kill this serpent dude a single time so that we can respond it while we are talking. So the case is that uh, I simply had a paper in a very far off place, you can say. I'm not naming that place. It is like 90 kilometers from my home. So everyone in my family said to uh, just go by, uh, just go using a, you go by with a, you can say bus, I suppose, by or train, you can guess. Simply not by bicycle. So what I did was I didn't want to generally give the exam, but I also wanted to give the exam. I didn't want to, you can say, I didn't want to leave it. uh, Also, I would have felt very bad if I would have left it, and you will later on know what happened. So what happened is I didn't want to go to this exam, and I didn't want to leave it also. So I all when I first woke up today, I woke up pretty late, I suppose, at 7:45 or 7. So what happened is that I simply just didn't. I simply just it's so hard to concentrate at the game and speak at the same time. So what happened is that I simply didn't. So what happened is that I simply woke up at 7:45. That is pretty late for waking up during when you have exam that day. So let us kill this dude first. Why are you not dying, man? Just die, just die already. Oh, he's dead. Let us also lower the volume a little bit because it's too high for me to talk. Let us keep a little bit of volume so that you can hear what the game is doing, I suppose. But I don't want to listen to the voice. I listen to the sound because I have a severe headache today. I didn't talk to it about anybody talked about this with anybody else. I'm just recording this to have this memory of myself with me, I suppose. I don't have to say I suppose also it's handling my English speaking skill a lot. So I wake up pretty late today, and I was just so flabbergasted, you can say. I just didn't want to go to the exam. Also, my family was also trying to talk me out to not to go to such a far off place because the exam was of qualification that is lower than mine. You can say it's a still pretty decent exam, but I still didn't want to. My family still didn't accept it to expected me to go there. You can say simply. uh, and then I went because I just was feeling too much guilty. You know that guilt that you I was having the guilt that if I leave this opportunity, then we have very in India we have very less chances to give an exam. So if I would have, you can say, if I would have let the this opportunity one more, I would have one less. I should you can say I would have uh, one less opportunity to do the exam. So I was pretty, I suppose you can say, under my own impression that I should give the exam. I should definitely give the exam. So I went on and gave the exam, you can say. So what happened is that I took my bicycle out and went straight for giving the exam. So the exam was 90 kilometers away. I have to go by bus, and I had 1,000 rupees in the pocket. So to go there by bus. So it's a pretty decent deal, I suppose. But my brain said no to me, and I just don't know why. But I decided to use cycling to go up to uh, you can say the examination center. So I just started cycling for so the first 28 kilometers, nothing memorable happened, but you can say memorable things happens all the time. So I was passing through this highway. It was a pretty nice highway because highways are nice out there also because I generally don't go out of the house too much, and highways are pretty nice too. Highways are always pretty nice to me. Also, nice. I just bursting through this enemies right now. Also highways are pretty. I find highways always I find highways pretty astonishing because highways are awesome. And then I went to the went for 28 kilometers through. This 28 kilometers for this 20 kilometers I didn't generally felt fatigued or so. I I just felt a little bit tired. You can say I was not too tired. Also, I'm my bicycle too tired. My bicycle is not very thin tired. It's very bulky. I suppose you can say it's generally a bike people students would get to go to a school or college. It is a Avon Cruiser. You can say so Avon Cruiser design. You all estimate it is a pretty popular bicycle in India. It was a normal Avon Cruiser. So it has, you can just simply say it has big surface area on its tires, and it has big bulky tires, and it has a big bulky body. So it's pretty hard to travel with it in long distances. Or you can simply say I'm making excuses, but I'm not. I'm pretty strong, I guess. And I didn't felt too much fatigue by traveling this. Also, I went through many nice views through while nice view while traveling through this 25 28 kilometers. I went through, you can say, I went to farms and villages, and I also went through highway. Also, you can say I traveled nearly 10 kilometers in highways, and I suppose to 10 to 15 kilometers in highways, and rest kilometers, as you can say, rest 18 rest rest 13 kilometers on village roads. And those village roads I found very amusing, even more than the highways, because the highways had a I can ride much faster in highways, but still I was not uh, riding very much fast, riding very fast, because I have a fear that I would die in the highway, because I don't know why, but I had a fear that I would die on the highway if I don't cycle properly. So I was being very cautious about it. Uh, and then I went to the villages as per the Google Map. Also, I was using a using Google Map on my phone. I was cycling, and I was handling the cycle with one hand, and I had my phone in the other hand. Also, I had my earphones on, which were playing country music. You can say country English music. You can say, or simply my English playlist, because I want to learn to speak English. So I was just cruising by, and I saw many farms and many good views, you can say. I also recorded some of it. I will upload it in the Simple Mixicata channel, you can say. Uh, and then when I reached there, the point of getting on the highway. So the highways were pretty artful, and also you can say I didn't like that previous highway also in the 28 kilometers, the first 28 kilometers, and I didn't like that highway also. I liked that highway over this highway because it was much cleaner and much wider, and you can say in every aspect it was much more greater than the national highway I was about to enter. It was like a more like a motorway friend in the English countries. You can say it was very clean, I suppose. In consideration of it was in India. So I liked riding through the village or countryside more than I liked riding on the pavement road. You can say the village also had cold road, but was much more nicer. You can say it felt much more nicer. I don't know why, but it felt much more nicer. So what happened is simply that when I reached the national highway, I started to think about. When I reached the national highway, I started to. When I reached the national highway, I started to feel a little bit tired, but I still wasn't tired at that point. But what made me astonished that when I reached the national highway, the lady in the behind the Google Maps said that to me. What she said that to me, that made me much more surprised. it said to go 59 kilometers straight. I didn't even believe that there was a road of this much length that would let me ride in a straight line on 50 and let it up to 59 kilometers. I was much more I was very futile. So at that point, that was the first point that broke me a little, but I still was very confident that I could make it. So I set off to reach there, to set off to conquer the 59 kilometers. So I rode like up to 28 or 29 kilometers on that single road in a straight line. You will not believe it. I rode in a straight line up to that point. I rode in a, you can't even understand. I just rode in a straight line. Yeah, as straight as you can see, as it can get. A straight road, you can say. Though the road was not clean and there were street vendors at every corner and nook and corner. Also, there were times when there were no street vendors. It made me a little worried. Also, I died because I made my riding so die. I am ashamed of myself. So the roads were pretty bad, I suppose you can say. Firstly, there were some vendors. That firstly there was some markets, and I don't ride generally like market because there is too much hustling and too much bustling, you can say. And then I went through simply the other side where there were no people generally. There were much more cars there. Also, the national highway at the start of the for generally was much more uh, calming because there were no people around and there were only few people around. It was not very busy, so it was much more cleaner and much more suitable for me, you can say, for an introvert. I'm a different type of introvert, you can say. And then I just cycled through that, man. 28 kilometers. It was pure harsh, man, because there were too many, you can say, there were too many, there were too many, you can say, there were too many those things, you can say, trucks passing through me. That were there, the too many trucks passed right by sides me, and I felt terrified because I felt like I could die at any second. And I felt like I could die at any seconds, and that made me terrified. And also, and that second national highway that I encountered, that is where I have to conquer next time 59 kilometers, and I only conquered 28 kilometers. And that highway, it was just not too much fun, man. There are always too many. There were always too many. You can say there were always too many. You can say trucks and everything, and it felt just too just too unsafe, and I felt like I am just away from home, you can say. And it also felt like I didn't want to continue on the road much more. At the first 15 kilometers at that highway was also pretty much fun, you can say. I was just listening to the music, but later on, my music play stopped playing, and I didn't even felt like going to my of reaching to my music, and you can say enhance or to make it start playing it, because for some reason it stopped playing, and I didn't even have the courage, or you can say willpower, after covering 48 kilometers. That at that time 48 kilometers at that time my music stopped, you can say. So I think my music stops, and I didn't even have the, you can say, I didn't have even have the strength, you can say, to, or willpower. I didn't even muster up enough willpower to stop beside the road and simply restart my music, or simply play my music. So what happened is, I at that moment of time, 59 kilometers was too much, you can say, of the all the single road. I have already covered 28 kilometers. Now I have to cover 59 kilometers, and the rest of 90 kilometers. Adding this and subtracting it from 90, that is 59 plus, you can say, 28. So 59 to 28, it's 67, and 67 and 67, 87. So 87 and rest 3 kilometers were also remaining. So it felt too much, man. It felt too much. You can't even understand how much it felt. So I just stopped there and just I didn't stop there. I didn't stop there for listening to my music. I just stopped there mentally at that 48-kilometer mark, and I just kept on cycling, because I have no music in the ear. You are understanding? If you don't have music in the ear, you start thinking about things. I started thinking about life, about why I am going through so much trouble, because I didn't also want to give the examination. I want to stay at home and just have something, something to eat, etc. Also, I brought three bananas with me and also two bottles of water. So I just simply drank some water. After reaching 52-kilometer mark, I just simply uh, drank some water and just tried to I simply tried to calm myself down, and I wanted to go forward, but my uh, legs just stopped and said that why are you giving so much trouble to yourself? And I just felt like I should go home, and then I returned, and also one of my family member told me that you should go home, and just like that I made it to home, made it back home, I suppose. And the journey back home was much more excruciating than that was going towards the destination, because I need to I just need to. I just don't have to. I didn't remember. I just don't didn't remember there was the whole way that I came, because I came through a much more haphazard way. So when I was going backwards, I must have missed some turns and went off 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer side, because I didn't wanted to pull out my phone. I just wanted to trust myself, and also it started raining, so I didn't want to make my phone wet, and my phone is not waterproof, as you can know, because I'm not that rich, you can say. So I am crying by just by remembering how much painful that was. But it's not that could have handled that myself, and I had handled that myself. I would could have simply gone 90 kilometers, but I just felt a little bit of terror. I just don't have need to feel the terror. Also, I had a time limit in my mind, so I didn't rested a single bit during this whole journey. So if I would have just rested after every 20 kilometers or 10 kilometers, I would have made more than 200 kilometers. If I could have made more than 2 kilometers a day, but I didn't rest it a single time. Hence, I was too much tired at the 52 or 55-kilometer mark, and half more way was left, nearly half, because when you are tired, that 40-kilometer distance is much more than half, man. So when I was coming home back, I felt that how much far I have come from home, and I felt that what how much, you can say, how much far the world is, how much uh, you can say how great the world is. I just felt so terrible, man. I just felt like it's just too, it's just too, it was just too, you can say, mm, it was just too, you can say, it was just, you can say, it was just too excruciating, man. Those 50 kilometers seems too excruciating, and I was just feeling like so small. I felt so small, and nobody was trying to console me. I know nobody would try to console a random dude, but still, yeah, I just wanted to feel a little bit of sympathy, you can say, and I didn't want to tell anybody what I was going through. Also, I met many uncles when I was going through that, you can say, phase, and asked them to where I should go to reach the destination, and all of them were shocked, except for one man who was cycling. He was just telling me the right way, I suppose. He was just too kind, man. And also, I suppose he must have traveled that distance on his cycle. His cycle was even worse than me, but still he was going on and on. He was going on and on about his work, and he was also telling me how to reach. And even after he said that it was 50 to 40 kilometer away from there, he didn't even flinched a single time, because he knew that if he could reach, then I could also reach. I suppose he must have felt that, I suppose, you can say. It was just too It was just too fun, man. You can't imagine. I can't imagine. It was fun also. You can't say it was not fun, but it was excruciating too. You can say I was just too much tired from everything, man. So that was my story for today. I just wanted to share it a little bit. Also, I was very tired when I reached home. Also when I was coming back home, as I'm saying that it was much more excruciating than when I went towards the destination, and when I was returning home, it was much more excruciating, by the guys. I've already lost hope, and I was thinking about what others will say when I reach home, but they didn't say anything, and I'm grateful that they are so supportive. and I'm sorry that I did that, but uh, there is time for this. You can say this. You can say there is a you should experience everything in life, and I experienced that, and this experience made me realize that if I'm going with that cycle, I need to wait every 5 or 6 kilometer, or you can say even 10 kilometer, and then start running, then start cycling again, because with this cycle with such big tires, I need to make sure that I get proper rest, and I get proper, you can say, everything. I need to do proper everything so that I can reach there much more faster, you know, and much more faster and much more efficiently. If I would have planned my journey a little more, I would have definitely reached there. But I was just too, I was just in such a hurry to reach there, and hence I didn't plan my journey properly by using cycle. I also should have went. I also should go in the. I also should go next time when I'm trying to cover such large distance. I should go using a bus or public transport, etc. And take train also. Sorry for this weird sound. I just ate my food, and also I am drinking water. So sorry for the weird sounds. I just wanted to. Uh, I just you can say I'm very tired. You can even hear it in my voice. I need to go to bed after after I have drained all of my resins and all of my energy. I just wanted to share my story with all of you guys, or you can say I just wanted to keep something alive in myself. I just wanted to someone to know that I am here, man. I am doing something. These electroslides would not be damaged by this team. I should have brought Kazuha in this team, or you can say I should have brought simply Hutao. I need to heal, man. I need to heal. Just heal. Go, yeah, yo, heal everyone. So I will try to uh, uh, remember all the stories that I have, and every single day while I'm playing Genshin, I will try to uh, give you all a little taste to my life, or you can say I'm just too tired, man. Just die already. I am tired. Please die. Please die. Please die. Where is my Raiden? Hyperbloom them. Thank you. It took 1 minute 42 seconds even with my strongest team. I suppose I am not paying proper attention and doing correct rotations, but even still it shouldn't take that much time, and also I'm sorry for my laziness. This will be the last run, I suppose. I think I could run if I wanted to run this rest on, I suppose, if my Yelan, you can say, on my Yelan, because I just wanted it because it has much nice boost to it. I will see a YouTube video if rust is good on Yelan or not. Also, I have a little fever from traveling so far. My condition is being worsened because I am talking too much. So I will try to keep my voice down a little bit and do the commentary as little as possible. Why are you bullying me, man? Why are you bullying me? I am already being bullied by life. Even where, even my choices are not are not correct, man. I know I am a dumb kid, but I was just too proud. I just wanted to prove something to myself, you can say. I know it was not my decision, and you always say that it was my fault, but You need to understand what I was going through to make that decision. If you can't understand that, then you have no right to lecture me about anything, because I'm just the best, you can say, the best person you will ever find, and the best logical person you will ever find, you can say. Though I do my mistakes of my part of mistakes, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty much well acquainted than rest of the human race, you can say. Even then, you are listening to it. I may sound cliche, but I've seen things, man. I now understand. I have tried so many things, and I can understand what it feels like. Sorry for being such a big mouth and lecturing, but it is what is it. Now let's go claim our daily commissions and first heal these guys, and let's go our daily commission rewards by changing our team to the friendship team, this team, and let's go there. Also, the update of Fountain is so big, man. After Fountain's update, the next reason I suppose is the fire one. It would be just lead to burn my PC up, man. I suppose I would not be able to play up till then, because this game is becoming too big for my PC. You can say 64 GB for just this update. After being after the pack becomes pack unpacks, you can say, or unzipping the file, or after unzipping the file, the 32 GB update this time we have, it would be like 64 GB. It also showed it in the stats, man, when I was updating it. So I should ask the game creators to make it a little much more playable on, you can say, lower NPC, because we are struggling, man. We are struggling for real. I don't know about others, but I am struggling, man. I am playing this game in a much smaller screen so that it would run properly and I could record it too. So it seems unfair for me to ask him this, but I'm suffering a little bit. I'm suffering from everything. But I am the best and I don't need any more support. I am the best, I am the strongest, and I could cycle 200 kilometers. I know that, and I failed a little bit today, but this failure is a much more bigger task is yet to come. I will go to Japan, that is 12,095 kilometers from my home, and I will definitely reach Japan on my bicycle. And I'm using ferry, and also while I'm using ferry, I will put my bicycle on the ferry and just reach Japan. I'm just too sure about that, and you don't have to worry about me at all, because I'm the strongest creature in this whole being. I'm the best fighter. I'm the best at everything. Thank you. Halt.